Let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful, beautiful, magical episode of the Love Love Beam podcast. Let's go! Yay! We have twitch.tv/Macho Goes Savage here with us today. Macho is a really cool VTuber. They do art. They're a big fan of wrestling content. They're a big muscle man who draws masterpieces. We love that. Do you still stream every day on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday?
I do.
Awesome. At 6:30 p.m. EST. Today we are going to be talking about relationships and anything else we want to yap about. I don't really know what Macho has to say. I haven't heard anything. Macho is just kind of gassing it up. The size difference, yeah, I know. Macho is huge.
So I've realized Macho doesn't need a relationship to be happy.
Period.
And boy, Macho wish he knew that years ago. Because, man, the lead up to all of it, when
Right.
Macho, finally broke. And he was like, I don't care. I'm just going to live alone with my cats, which I do.
Yeah.
I've never been happier.
Macho has 2 beautiful cats and a gecko, right?
I do. I have 2 tabby cats.
We love.
And then I have a leopard gecko that I've had since 3rd grade. And she's probably older than some of you guys right now.
How long do they live?
Forever.
Oh, they do? Wow.
I looked it up. The oldest one lived to be 35 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And a couple years ago, she had a really bad shed, and it got caught on her eye. So
yeah, I hear about.
They get shed stuck inside their eye, and they can't get it out, and it swelled out. And I thought we are gonna have to either put her down, or she has to lose an eyeball or something.
She's a fighter.
she's a survivor, man.
She's a fighter.
And I had to syringe feed her, and yeah.
I do see, I get reptile content sometimes on TikTok, and I do see that you do have to help them out sometimes. No one has ever shown what happens if you don't help them out, so that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, circle back. You don't need nobody.
When I was in high school, I had a girlfriend 6 to 5 months, I think, and it was great.
That's pretty standard for high school dating.
Have you ever seen the movie She's Out of My League?
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie?
Yes.
So you know the thing, the whole movie goes by that you can't jump more than 2 points in the dating scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, Macho definitely jumped more than 2 points with her. She was hot, dude. I was always a year older than everyone in my age, in my grade, I mean. We were the same age, but she was a sophomore when I was a freshman.
Oh my goodness, you got the hot upperclassman?
Yeah,
oh
dude.
my gosh! Dude. The Riz is strong.
She even went to a different school, too.
Were you cool back then? You sound kind of cool right now.
We met during diver all through high school.
Oh wow, okay.
I think she broke up with me right before a school dance. I was gonna ask her to a school dance.
Ooh.
And ruined school dances for me.
Poor Macho.
I got set up with a girl for a school dance, and that was equally as bad, even though I went with the girl, because she very clearly did not want to be there with me.
Whoa.
And it was pretty obvious.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was rough too. I went home and cried after that one. I remember that vividly.
That's so weird.
No.
Do you mean she didn't have fun with you, or in the beginning
No,
she didn't
we
want
were
to be there?
literally dancing, and then she left.
Oh wow, what the heck?
Kind of a recurring theme, the type of women
Oh.
that Macho got involved with in his early days. When I was a senior in high school, one of my diving friends set me up with a girl for prom, and we had a great time. So
That's good.
It was kind of she was cool.
How do your friends just set you up with people?
You've never heard of being set up with a friend before?
You must have been the popular kid, because I don't know any of this.
Nah.
This is not my life.
Nah.
My life was none of my friends were going to prom with someone, or even going to prom, and no one knew anyone to set me up with anyone.
I'm like, you need to get out more a little bit. Actually.
But I was kind of a loner in high school, so
I wouldn't call myself popular, but I always had friends in high school.
that's good. You still talk to them?
I did go to college with a lot of my high school friends. I kept in contact with them a little bit after college, but in a while.
Mm-hmm. Just curious. I don't really talk to anyone from anywhere. I think I have two people I talk to from high school and then no one from college.
Well, so a lot of my friends come from my lifeguarding job that I worked at for a while. I worked at a water park, and I was a lifeguard there for way too long. So the girl that hosts my BattleBots pregame talk show is a lifeguard friend, and her and I talk all the time.
Oh, that's really fun. All right, circle back. You went with your friend, set you up. You enjoyed that date or that night.
I mean, obviously, it was right before college, so we had like a little fling, but crazy because we both left for college after that.
Gotcha. I feel like a lot of kids in high school didn't really care about that. For what I saw, they didn't really consider, oh, we're going to different colleges. We're not going to get together. So you thought about that?
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
kind of
good.
knew.
I feel like that's responsible.
Yeah, I kind of knew that it'd be hard.
It would be.
She was, and I think she went up once like 2 hours away, so it'd be tough. Now, and obviously, like Discord wasn't really a thing back then either. Like now, it's like not really a huge deal, like long distance things, but back then it was a way bigger deal.
Were you like online at a young age or no?
So I didn't really get like a PC until COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
Wow,
always,
look how far you've gone.
Yeah,
look at what you've created online.
Look at me now, right?
Uh-huh.
A niche micro celebrity on Twitch. Look at me.
I love that.
But yeah, I always played games. I was always a PlayStation guy. I always had PlayStation, and I grew up with the PS2.
Me too.
I love PS2. Man, I love the Sly Cooper games. Gran Turismo.
Never had Sly Cooper, but I watched people play Sly Cooper. I was a Crash Bandicoot girl.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts, obviously. That was huge. How much do I bench, Macho? I did bench my body weight like a couple months ago, but let me be real. 1 rep max stuff scares the fuck out of me, and I don't do it very often. And then I think I squatted like 205 twice one time. That was a long time ago, though. My formative years definitely influenced by Axel from
Based.
Wait, he's the guy that's like, got it memorized. That's Axel, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I played through Kingdom Hearts 2 like a million times. And I had like the PS2, I had the PS2 games. I was like, man, let me boot up Kingdom Hearts 1. Dude, have you played the non-remastered Kingdom Hearts 1 recently?
Not recently.
I want you to guess how you operate the camera. It is the most cursed thing you could possibly think of. Bumpers, like L2 and R2.
Oh, I was going to say, I think that's how you do it. Yeah, that's how I remember
it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, I was shooketh when I put that in.
I remember because when I was like fighting, it was just so
it's terrible.
Obnoxious. It's so silly.
Yeah. Like my streaming journey really started with, I was an art student in college.
Yeah.
And it
me
was
too.
like very burnt out. College like drained my soul out of me, and I like didn't draw for like forever. And then
me too.
I started watching Zentreya. And then I would literally sat there during COVID, and I would watch her and draw her and post fan art of her, and then her community and her would like retweet it and like.
Let's go. Sure. Very cool. Fun fact, I had a League of Legends collab on Saturday, twitch.tv/HarukaYumi. She rated Zentreya, and then Zentreya followed her back, so that was crazy.
Yeah, Zen's really cool.
One
of the only people that messaged me back about my BattleBot show. She didn't like go on it, but she did say that she watches BattleBot, which therefore makes her extremely based and cool.
That's so amazing.
Discovery Channel, please bring back BattleBots, please. I'm begging you. I do love racing games. Like, I love cars and that kind of stuff, but racing games now are terrible. It's like,
do you have a wheel?
Really depressing. I do.
That's
I do
amazing.
Have a wheel. Like Gran Turismo.
Are you sweaty with arcade games or no? Like the wheel?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's so fun.
Well, so arcade racing games usually aren't designed around a wheel. It's usually just for like sim stuff. But yeah, I remember so Gran Turismo Sport, you would have like FIA sanctioned like races for points, right? And you would like be able to like go to like the like championships or whatever. And it's like a whole ordeal. You do like it's like a real race, right? You do practice qualifying and then like a 20 lap race or whatever. And I won one time.
Oh, good job.
Dude, it was like one of the most physically demanding things that like I was like drenched in sweat. One game that Macho is like almost embarrassingly good at is Pac-Man Championship Edition.
Oh, really? Do you play any of these games on stream?
So I did one time.
You should.
Right? I realized that on Steam, all of the top scores are cheated. All of them. And the thing about Pac-Man Championship Edition is that you could see the replay of it. So you could see these people just dying 3 times, and then all they do is move the decimal point over to get them like 2 billion points or whatever. And I emailed Namco because I was so mad. I'm like, why can't you ban these people? There are replays on your leaderboard of them cheating. And then they're like, oh, we have to like think about it. Oh, I don't know how long it'll take. And I'm like, it'll take 30 minutes to go through them. Oh my god. And I guarantee you if I open it up right now, they'll still be all cheated.
That's horrible.
And I emailed them like several times. It's so lame.
That's very frustrating.
Because I was looking through the leaderboards like, oh man, what'd this guy do? Like to get this many points, like if there's like some trick or whatever.
You want to learn.
And then
you want to get better.
just died. And so I was watching it and I'm like, wait, this guy got 2 billion points and he dies and loses the like multiplier and stuff. I'm like, wait, what?
Bruh.
And then I was like, oh my god. And then on stream, I have a clip of it. On stream, I realized all of them are cheated, and it like broke me as a person.
Sad.
I couldn't believe it. So if you look at my model really closely, you can see that both of my collarbones are metal. That's real. I do have metal plates in both of my collarbones.
You do?
I do, yeah. I broke them playing hockey. So
I don't like that visual. Did it hurt?
I didn't break both of them at the same time. I mean, when you break something, you usually go into shock, and then it doesn't really hurt.
I never broke a bone.
But
oh my god,
I couldn't. So there was one game that I could play with one hand. And it was Pac-Man Championship Edition on the PS3.
And then a legend was born. That's crazy story.
On my painkillers, heavy painkillers that I had, bossed it up with Pac-Man because it was like the only game I could play.
Alright, I have a dumb question though. So does that mean like when you go to the airport, it always like alarms?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. And how old were you when you broke your collarbones?
I was in college.
Wow.
I was playing,
how long was the recovery?
Long. It sucks. A couple months. Like I remember. So I broke my right one first. I went physical therapy for it. Those girls, the physical therapy girls, they do not play. My arm was so dead, I had to use like both hands to shift gears in my car in the way home because it was like a noodle.
Can you describe like vaguely about the physical therapy? Like, what are they doing? Are they like...
So, I mean, what happens in physical therapy, right? When you break something, you don't use the muscles because it's all like slinged up or whatever. Right. So basically when you break your collarbone, right? And it like starts to heal. Yes. Anything like below your shoulder is okay. It's anytime you like raise your arm above your shoulder is when it hurts. So you have to build up your shoulder basically is what I had to do. Yeah.
Was it just like arm exercises or?
Yeah, just shoulder. Was going to the gym consistently the last couple of years. That they're huge now.
I think breaking anything or injuring anything is so inconvenient. Very frustrating.
Yeah.
Wait, how'd you break your thumb? Did you say that?
Yeah, I broke it playing sand volleyball. I have double jointed thumbs. If I didn't have double jointed thumbs, I think my thumb would have snapped in half. I basically hyperextended it, and the tendon pulled a piece of bone off of it.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I've never broken a dang thing. I just have carpal tunnel, and that's it.
So what happens when you stay inside and play League of Legends all day, Ashley?
Actually, it's just art. It was because of art. It wasn't because of League of Legends. I think actually League of Legends is better for my carpal tunnel than drawing is. Like actually.
I had to wear one of those like dumb boots. And it took forever to get better. Those like boots that you see, like the big plastic ones.
Yeah. Do you know what the little wheelie one is for? I see people have those sometimes.
It's just so you don't have to walk with it, because walking with the boots like really annoying.
Oh, so like that's like the high class way to do it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
The luxury way.
The luxurious way. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't rich enough to afford one of those.
Is it noticeable now, like today?
Not as noticeable.
Yeah, it's like subtle, right?
You'd still be able to see them. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I think I don't have any. Well, I guess I do have a scar, but it's so not noticeable. It's just a fun little story to tell people. So when I was like young, like maybe like 2 years old, my brother like stabbed me with a fork.
Wait, it's on your face?
Yeah, because my brother stabbed me with a fork. You can't see it though. It's like when I was 2 years old, you know, like you can't really see it. It's there though, you know, like if you squint at my face. Just a fun story. Do you know why you're into sports and being active? Did
It's
you
just
grow up like that?
I loved like the X Games, Tony Hawk, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Like you and
That's
your
like all,
friends?
oh yeah, that's all we did was skateboard and rollerblade, and we'd always go to skate parks and stuff. And
So my dad was in the Navy, so it was a Navy base. So what happened was all of the military kids would be in a gated community, basically. And when we were in the gated community, that's when I would be like active. Like I would go to the park, I would skate, I would ride my bike. But then when I came back to America, my family was like more scared to let me play outside. So then I never could go outside, basically. They wouldn't let me walk anywhere. They wouldn't let me go out, really.
no,
Even when I was
was
21,
always
they didn't even
outside.
like me going out. Yeah, which is why
No,
I'm on the internet, chronically online, Ashley.
like one of my best friends in high school was a girl, and we were really close. We did a lot like of stuff together, and it was my first year of coaching a dive team. I wanted an assistant, and the girl that I was really good friends with, she was a gymnast. And I was, well, you know, let's do that. Worst mistake ever.
What?
Her and I would hang out like a bunch, right?
Okay.
And then I should have realized it sooner. I visited her college, right?
Okay.
And where it was like this big music festival, and we were like dancing and stuff, and I saw her literally right in front of me as she was dancing with me get back together with her ex-boyfriend, like right in front of me.
No.
And I should have just dropped it there because I was like so upset, and like literally like she was dancing with me, and then she like went over and made out with her ex-boyfriend, and I was like,
like, did you know she wanted to get back with him, or?
no, I had no clue.
Okay.
I kept talking to her for some reason because she was my good friend.
Like, did you like her at
And
that? Like, when did you like her? Did you like her before the
I mean,
diving assistant
I
thing?
always like kind of liked her, but after that,
Right.
I knew that we probably
Yeah.
couldn't.
Okay.
You know, as a
So
friend,
you weren't
is,
like,
you know,
you were
fine.
shocked maybe? You weren't like hurt or anything?
Oh, I was.
You were hurt?
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
But
Aww.
they
Oh,
burned into my
I'm
brain.
so sorry, Macho.
Macho was an idiot and invited her to be the assistant coach on this team.
Was
Right?
that was after or before? Sorry.
After.
Oh.
It would always be with like her friends were there, and she would never tell me, and I was like,
No.
okay, like this is
I
because I
hate
remember
that.
we went to a concert together. This was early college. It was early
Gotcha,
college.
gotcha.
She would never tell me it was like her friends were gonna be there, so
Oh,
I'd
I
always
hate
like
that.
come over to her house, and then there'd be like her ex. So then
Ugh.
one time during dive season, I was like, hey, we haven't hung out in a while. Let's go grab ice cream or something after I'm done working or whatever. She gave me the speech. Right now, she's dating now, and we can't hang out anymore.
Oh.
I was crushed. Her and I were really close, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" I was so mad, and I was like, "All right, cool. See you at dive practice," because we still had dive practice together.
Oh my gosh.
And
So what? You just like.
she was late every day too. Oh my god, it was the worst.
Weird.
I saw her at a club. Right, we were both hammered, and she was like, "Macho, I have to talk to you," and I'm like, "Okay." I'm like hammered, wasted,
Yeah.
and I ended up seeing out and apologizing to her. She was like, you were so mean to me. Like, what, you know that I have trouble being there on time and stuff." And her ex was right there, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I like left with my friend, and I was like, "I fucking apologized to her. What the?" He's like, "Yeah, you did." It was like 2 a.m., so the bar was closing, and she was bawling. She looks at me. She goes, "Macho." I go, "What?" She goes, "Have you seen my phone?" I go, "Nope." And I point at the boyfriend, and I go, "Good luck." I was out of there.
So strange.
And then, yeah, you think it's over? I was at a Columbus Blue Jackets game, and I was like walking up with like beers or whatever, and I hear Macho. I turn around, and it's her with her boyfriend. And so I like go back down there, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" A handshake, and gave me a handshake. I was so mad. And now those two are married and have kids together.
Wow. Good for them. I have a question though. Were you more upset because you guys aren't friends anymore?
Yes.
Like, you would have been fine if you were just friends forever?
Yeah.
I get it. That sucks. I never want to hear, like, we can't be friends because of this person. That's very controlling.
Because I'm dating. I have a boyfriend now, Macho. We can't see each other anymore. Like,
Well,
bro,
unless she actually did like you, then I understand. But yeah, like, if it's just, like, because you're a male, then, like, he feels threatened or something. Do you think she had feelings for you maybe, and that's why? Or no? You were pretty sure?
I don't know. She always had a boyfriend in high school, too.
I'm sorry, you lost
It
a
was
friend that
actually
day.
funny because then one of the divers that like aged out was my assistant the next year. She knew. She was like, I never liked her.
Ooh!
She was like,
Do you tell your mom
Oh yeah,
everything?
my mom and I are really close.
Bless. That's cool. Like, who
My
has all your secrets? Is it your friend or is it your mom?
Probably my mom.
That's cute. I love that. And then
She's
I have a question. So, do you usually linger on to liking someone, or do you have
Oh yeah.
options? Like, do you have multiple
Oh,
crushes, or do you have
100%.
one crush?
Yeah, Macho's played the long game several times.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's kind of cute.
So when it was a lifeguard, right?
Yeah.
That's dude. Everyone dates each other. It's crazy.
Oh.
And we would hang out all the time. She was really nice. You know, I kind of realized that it wasn't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So Macho was with another woman, and so I was in college. This was 10 years ago. Jeez, I remember, and this was the dumbest thing I've ever done. Was I convinced her for us to change our relationship status on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Literally, the second I did it, that girl messaged me and said she broke up with her boyfriend to be with me. And I was like,
Wait,
what?
hold up, time out. Wait, I'm confused though, because it's like, weren't you like with someone already?
Well, no. So I was friends with her for a long time.
Yes.
And she always had a boyfriend, so I was like, all right.
But she knew you liked her.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is such a long time ago. I'm trying to remember.
No, you're good. I'm trying to clarify things so that it doesn't sound. Maybe it is bad, but it
No,
doesn't
I
sound
mean, it
good.
wasn't like I wasn't cheating on anyone. If like we weren't like an item yet. We weren't an
But
item.
did she know that?
I
Okay.
did come clean with the girl I was with. I was like, listen, and she was like super cool. She was like, yeah, whatever. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
like,
wow.
figure stuff out.
Very mature.
And this girl that I played the long game for years with, we dated for like 2 weeks. Because I was like, listen, we done a bunch of like kind of dates, but they weren't like real ones.
Right.
You know?
Official
Like,
dates, yeah.
So I was like, let's go on a couple official ones, see what happens. She got her like wisdom teeth taken out.
Right.
She got like a gross infection.
Oh
and stuff.
no.
Long story short, like we couldn't even like kiss or make out.
Yeah.
Her
I mean,
fucking
yeah, I
mouth
would
was
assume
infected
not.
and gross. So we went to a party together. I must have been just super dehydrated and just tired. I like blacked out for like hours. Apparently, I was hitting on the girl I had a fling with before her the whole time.
Oh.
So yeah, that was not good.
Oh no.
And
Oh
I
no.
was like blacked out, hammered, like
Oh,
don't remember
no.
anything. Broke up with me after that party.
Not
Not a great
well,
time.
sorry, Macho, but that was pretty bad. Honestly, I can't sympathize here. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, no, it was rough. It was not a great look.
How bad was the flirting? Kind of playful flirting. Was it bad flirting? Like
Ashley, I don't remember like anything.
I know, but
at
like
that party.
I'm sure no one told you. No one said anything.
I was learning stuff about that party like all summer. It was bad.
Well.
One of the first times I like blacked out at a party. It was like for 2 hours.
Was it scary? Or was it
No,
just
I
kind
just
of like you
woke
woke up and you're like, dang, my consequences. Like, dang, consequences.
Well, I didn't even know what happened. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, I made it home, okay?
I love alcohol, but alcohol doesn't love me.
I had one beer and that was it. And this girl, she was very small, small
Teeny.
woman. She had like, I don't know, like 4 Mike's Hard Lemonades or something.
Yum.
She was like hammered to the point of it being like, all right, like I thought she was joking. It's like, like pull yourself together a little bit. Like, let's go. But we were like in bed, and now I have a strict policy that Macho does not do the dirty with girls that are more drunk than me. It's like a hard no for me.
Okay,
so I knew she
good.
was super drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So she like wanted to make it. I was like, okay, fine. Like we'll make out. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Getting to the point where I'm like, all right, I want to go to bed. Right? It's like, look, can we like wrap it up? Like nothing's going to happen.
Mm-hmm,
right?
Mm-hmm. Good.
We have right. So keep in mind, she's not 100% there. She takes my hand. Right? She grabs it below my wrist. Right? And then she sticks all 5 fingers in her mouth. So she basically shoves my whole hand in her mouth.
Like not
And I've
sexy,
never
right?
been-
Like just drunk.
Yeah. Like, what is that? So the best part is no one believed me that she did that. Like my friends
Weird.
at work.
Okay.
No one believed me until she did it to someone else.
Oh.
No one believed me. Like, Macho, no way. She didn't do that. I'm like, why on earth would I make something like that up?
That is true.
Like,
that is very strange.
what?
Your friends did not believe you.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Well, good on you,
It's,
Much. I'm proud of you. You know, we like consent here.
So my mom really liked her. So I hung out with her a lot because my mom liked her.
Yeah.
And we went and saw the fireworks because my mom wanted to go with someone to the fireworks. And I like saw her messaging that someone that she wishes he was there with her while she was with me. I like saw her message someone that, and I was like, damn, I'm done with
Awkward.
you. And
Do you
then
think you
she
have a
got
bad
promoted.
like radar of knowing if?
Oh, 100%. Oh yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
100%.
So like when you like someone, do you think they like you, or you are just pursuing them out of your own emotions, like fully? Because like, you know, you can have
That's a good
hope, but
question.
did you, for most of them, did you just do it based on your emotion and your emotion alone, or did you think they might have liked you?
Probably just me, to be honest.
Oh,
It's
okay. Okay, that's like
kind
it's
of looking
fair.
back at everything. It's like not. You could see there's a certain type of woman that Macho kind of gravitated towards, and it was not a good one, you know?
I mean,
Not a great
apparently
one.
it's you just like women that don't like you, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you try to make it known, or do you just like stay in proximity with them and hope something, like hopefully they reciprocate it back, or do you actually like try to make a move, and or do you just wait? Which one are you?
Yeah.
Like you become the friend instead of the. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Maybe if you made a move, maybe, or have you? Is there a story where you have made a move and they were just like, no, friend zone. You're
No,
lacking the
I don't
move,
think so.
macho.
I
You
never
gotta
did.
make it.
Yes,
You
I
gotta make the
am.
move. You gotta shoot your shot,
Yes,
my
I
dude.
am. This was a almost strictly physical kind of relationship where we were.
Situationship.
So I invited her to be the plus one to my like best friend's wedding. He was not happy. I'm like, listen, this is all Macho's got at this time. I was in the wedding
Mm-hmm.
party for. She pulled out of me like being my plus one like super late. So mad. I was like scrambling to find someone, and it was just such short notice. Like no one could ask off work because like all my friends were lifeguards. No one could get off work. So I was the only one in the wedding party that did not have a date, and I was
Oh.
crushed. I was so mad at her. And then I saw her at Cedar Point, and I'm like, girl, I
Uh.
can see Cedar Point on the water from where I'm at right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, it is a 8-minute drive right now from me to Cedar Point. And you said you couldn't come to this.
Did you know why they were there or no?
She said it was like like she had to work the next day or something. I'm like, you're
But you
still
planned
like
it in advance. Like this was
exactly.
what?
I was livid.
Well, you know,
Uh,
we live in
um,
2024 now. We don't have to have a partner, but yeah, I mean, that was just like something you scheduled, and I
and then
mean, I hate to say it, but maybe we should have taken that guy's advice, huh? That he hated her. It's
no, it's
okay.
so again. I ended up at a Blue Jackets game. I get a message from her on Snapchat. Are you at a Blue Jackets game? And I'm like, what? Oh, your location on Snapchat says you're at the Blue Jackets game. And I'm like, okay. She's like, oh, I want to talk to you.
So
And
strange.
and I was like, you know what? Okay. I got a couple of those like tall beers in me. I got the liquid courage in me. I'm like, all right, cool. I walk over, I start laying into her. I was like, listen, no, I'm mad at you. You've blown me off like for everything. Like
Wow.
you've blown me off for this, for this, and I'm a little drunk. I wasn't like yelling at her, but
Yeah.
I was getting upset, right? So
Yes.
like my
Yes.
voice was like raised. Actually, I promise this is exactly what she said to me. I remember it clear as day.
Uh huh.
She stops me and she goes, Macho, are we really going to argue when I look this good?
Ew.
And I was like,
Mm.
what? And
Mm.
then I sculled the rest of my beer, just chugged it, drank it all right in front of her, and then I walked away. And then she put her arms out to hug me,
Oh
and
God.
I put
Ooh.
my I put my arm out and stopped her. I was like, no, and then I walked away.
Let's go. Let's
I'm
go.
like, get away from me.
I wish I was there. Mach was just too strong to be seduced
Yeah,
simply by
the
looks.
this lifeguard whistles me over, and there's this dad and daughter. The daughter's like bawling. I'm like, oh great. And then I get over there, and the lifeguard immediately leaves, which is a little suspicious. So
Oh.
didn't tell me like anything that was going on. He goes like, my daughter was tall enough to do this ride all day. Now she's not tall enough, and that's like
What?
super common, right? Because
Oh.
lifeguards like cycle positions and
Gotcha.
yeah, like, well, we work on our height measurement accuracy a lot. Unfortunately, if she is too short, I can't send her on the slide. And the kid, like 12-year-old girl, hysterically crying. He's like, "Look what you did." I'm like, "Dude, I did not measure her.
Yeah.
I did not do anything. Like,
Right.
I am willing to help you out, but you have to tell me what you want me to
Starts
do." And then
pointing fingers.
she goes, "My dad worked so hard and saved up so much money for these tickets, and now look what you did. You ruined it." The kid is like up to my waist, and I'm sitting there. My mouth is like open at this point. I was like, oh, like stunned. I didn't even know what to say. I
They're
was like,
raising a Karen. They're raising a
dude,
Karen.
none of the
Yeah.
HR training that I went through prepared me for this moment. I was completely flabbergasted. I'm like, am I being recorded for something? I couldn't believe
Yeah.
it. He was so combative. Like I was getting so frustrated. I turned around and I took a single step to like just walk away from him because I was
Jesus.
so mad. I'm gonna get reamed if I just walk away from him. So I turned around. Like I'm gonna get screamed at if I do this. So I turned around and I go, "Okay, would you like to talk to a supervisor?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, cool." Call a supervisor over. I'm like, "Okay, stay right here. They'll be here momentarily." And then he looks at me and goes, "Well, that's kind of I go,
Oh my
"What?"
gosh.
And he
What is
goes,
their issue?
you're gonna make me wait longer
Oh my gosh, I
to."
hate them. I
I'm
hate these
like,
people.
"Dude, do you want to talk to a
Yeah, like, do you want
supervisor
to talk to them or
or
not?
not?"
Like, you're
He
gonna have
goes,
to wait.
"Yeah." I go, "You're gonna have to wait a minute then."
Yeah,
And then
dude.
I walked away because I was like cleaning up and like picking up trash and shit so we could leave. I remember the supervisor that came was hand girl, right? And I was
Okay.
like, "Good luck." And then I remember she came up to me, right? The girl that
Mhm.
I've already had problems with that I do not like. And I was like, "I swear to God, if she tells me that I did not handle that correctly, I'm going to explode." And
Uh-huh.
then she comes up to me, she goes, "What was that dude's problem?" I go, Right? Yeah, they
She's like,
got like a pass or something for like the next day or something. Just so,
but she
I mean,
still
it was
couldn't
literally
ride the
like the
slide?
park closed in like an hour. So no one wanted to deal with them. So it's like whatever, just take his pass and like leave, dude. Like
I
it's
mean,
ridiculous.
they obviously just wanted something. Like, they obviously just
Yeah,
wanted something because they think if you complain enough, you'll get something. And that's what happened. But yeah, I get it. I get it.
yeah.
Sometimes you
I'll
just
never
give it to them
forget
because you
that.
just don't want to deal with them.
And I work at a school for kids on the spectrum. Very tough job. Another case of macho just clearly not reading the room. You know, she was not into me, but I was like super into her. So there was these trips that we used to do. Every week we used to go on a little trip.
Oh.
We'd have to like plan all these trips. It was terrible. Thank God we don't do that anymore. And but I had this girl in my class that
Uh-huh.
academically she was really far behind. Like she was extremely dyslexic. Like she would
Mhm.
mirror her like words and stuff. She could like barely read, but she loved to try to read. So we were going to go to the library, and I was like really excited to finally get her to go to the library to get some books. But the class that was before me was the girl that I liked, and they were like super late to the point that we couldn't even go. I was really mad at them. They knew I was mad. Didn't say a word to me like the whole time. Didn't apologize, nothing. And I was like,
Oh.
all right, fine. I just ignored them. Right? This was like after I know that our it was not working. I remember she apologized to the aide, like the co-teacher in my room, that was literally leaving. Like it was her last day at work. And she didn't say anything to me still. And I was like, what? So she finally
I'm
like texted
confused.
me something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she basically said she didn't want to enforce my bad behavior, which is exactly how we teach the kids at our school that have auth. We do applied behavior, right? So we don't enforce bad behavior. So she's literally handling this like I'm a student there.
Mhm.
It's like way crossing the line. Yeah, we didn't talk after
Wait,
that.
I'm confused.
Yeah, their class went on the field trip before us. We
Okay.
only had one bus, so their bus came back so late to the point that we couldn't go to the library before school ended.
That's pretty bad. What happens when that happens? You just never go? Like, you have to next time, kids?
Yeah. Yep.
That sucks. So then you just kind of stop talking to them?
Oh yeah. I like blocked her and everything. I don't want anything again.
I don't know. I always think of like the benefit of the doubt with people. Like, maybe it wasn't her fault. Like, maybe it was just like a factor she couldn't
Oh
control.
no, the fact that
But also,
they were
I
like
do agree she should have maybe apologized, and I
they
do
like
agree
were
that.
avoiding me. It was so weird. Like their whole class was avoiding me, and then they were like talking
Oh.
to me like behind my back,
Oh, because you
and
were
then
upset.
yeah, I was upset that
Oh.
we didn't get to go on our trip. That student's like never there, and then she's finally there, so we could finally go to the library to get her a children's book for her to read. And then it was that. Then that I noticed I don't need to do this anymore. And then I didn't, and I've never been happier.
You never have to what?
Worry about a girl liking me.
Oh.
Like worried about being in a relationship or whatever. Now I'm like, you know what? I don't care
Have you
anymore.
always just kind of like liked someone? Like, you know?
Yeah.
I see.
There's usually like a girl that I hang out with a lot. And
That's
it's
good,
like, you know what?
macho.
I don't care anymore.
I like that. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I have a similar story where I always kind of was like looking to be in a relationship, and then it got to a point where I was just like, well, I did definitely try to hot girl summer, but I could not do hot girl summer. I'm too emotional. I get too attached to people, so I can't do hot girl summer or situationships. I have been in situationships, but they never go too far, you know? Like, with bases, they never get that far. I don't know. I've been in a lot of relationships, so I guess that's my bias. The bachelor life's kind of fun, in my opinion. That's good. I'm glad you're thriving. You have that new mindset.
I get it. I get why my brother is in not very long lasting relationships, because he said whenever he meets a girl, he tells them immediately everything that he's been through and what he likes. I was like, so you trauma
Okay.
dump on them. Like, what?
I mean,
Why?
you know, I don't know your brother, but like, yeah, it's not good to trauma dump. But if they set up the environment, yeah, you know, it's good to have everything out in the open. But obviously, if he just drops it on them, then that's pretty bad.
I'm like, bro, what? I'm
Also,
like,
also like unsolicited advice to your brother. It's like I don't know. Like I just assume he likes girls,
and
right?
he got
Girls
broken up like a
Girls
week
like
before this.
mystery, guys. Like, you know, they like the mysterious kind of vibe. You know, you can't just lay all your cards out unless that's what she says. Unless she says, "I don't want any games. Give it to me." You know, like give me all the details about yourself. You know. But you know, if you're trying to like, if you're in the
Wild.
flirting phase, like, don't just drop all your cards. Like, geez, that's just my unsolicited advice, of course.
Yeah, I
Take it
was
or leave it.
like,
It has to
yeah,
come naturally. You have to conversate, you know? Like she or he has to want to understand you to the same level you want to understand them. In my opinion. In my opinion. That's not fun, like just laying all the cards out. You know? That's not exciting. Do you also believe in just like if it happens, it happens? Like you say that now, but you're not like, you know, if it happens, it happens.
yeah.
Okay. That's kind of a fun approach. Is that the last story?
I believe so. I think
Wow.
I'm all storied out.
Thank you for thank you for sharing. And how close are all these stories? Are these all like kind of within the same amount of time, or was there
Um,
gaps?
the lifeguard ones are pretty close together.
Yeah, I assume. Are you still lifeguard today?
Hell no. Hell no. I've very much retired.
Retired.
I do have one other funny lifeguard story. It's
Mhm.
not like a relationship story, but it's funny, right?
Mhm.
And I had like really long hair, right? I would like have it up
Wow.
in
We love
like
long hair here.
whatever the like stereotypical like tan blonde guy lifeguard looked like, that was me.
Wow.
Yeah. So every year I worked there, the lifeguards got younger, right? It used to be like a bunch of college kids, but then a bunch of them were like, it was their first job, which don't ever be a lifeguard for your first job, because then because they don't like get it, right? They don't like get that it's like, no, you kind of like got to take this seriously, right? It's like,
Like they
yeah,
think it's just like a sitting kind of job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I have no idea who this girl is. I know she's young, right? She looks like she's probably 16, 17 years old,
Mhm.
right? Just from like looking at her. And so she like signals me over. I walk over there. She goes, "Oh, you have your hair down." First thing she said to me was that. And I was like, "Yeah." Like, "Do you need something?" She goes, "You should wear your hair down more often." And I'm like, what do you
You know what I
need,
hate?
right?
Like, you don't, like, as a girl, I don't know if she's flirting either. Like, that's what I don't know.
Oh, she definitely was. Definitely.
I don't know.
And,
I don't think,
well, okay, well, let me finish. Then you'll definitely
Yeah,
know.
no, I'm listening.
So I was like, okay, like, what do you need? She's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, cool. So I like take her spot, and then as she's walking past me, she opened 5 finger palms the back of my head and fluffs my hair and says, you should wear your hair down more often, and then walks away.
Oh.
And I had never been more. It was like my first zone captain shift ever, and I was like, "Is this what this is like?" I'm like, "I hate this." So I knew that she could not have been older than 17 years old. So there's two things that were going through my head. I was like, she either does not know how old I am and doesn't care, or she does know how much older I am than her and doesn't care.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Either way, dude, all it takes is one lifeguard to say, "Hey, Zone Captain Macho was flirting with this girl," and then it's over, right?
Yeah.
It's over,
I mean,
right?
yeah.
So I was terrified of this girl, and she like came back. I took her spot. Didn't say a word to her like after. I was like staying far away from that girl.
Yeah, let's not touch people without consent, guys.
God,
That's so weird.
That
That's so invasive.
weird.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anything else happen? Like, you kind of just kept your distance and you're in the clear?
100 feet away, at least.
That's good, Macho. We don't want scandal, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Like, do you know how old you were around? Maybe?
I was probably like 24, 25.
Oh, that's wild. Trying to engage in stuff before the legal age. I just can't imagine it.
Yeah. She ended up being, let's just say she tore through the lifeguard locker room. Just say that.
How do you know that? Just rumors?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
She was...
So a lot of gossip, I guess, in the lifeguard workplace.
God. It was crazy.
Did you know if they were reliable sources, though, or you just kind of went along with it?
I mean, I just saw her, bro. She was, like, with a different guy, like, every couple weeks.
Uh-huh. She do she, though, you know? You do you, boo.
Oh, she did, for sure,
yeah.
She did not give a fuck.
As long as she's of legal age. As long as she's of legal age. That's all I support.
The whole day, I was like, is she was she flirting with, like, the whole time? I was like...
Well, the touching was kind of, yeah, that one's kind of crossing a line. I've had situations where, like, I think they're flirting with me, but then it's like they just talk to everyone like that, and I'm like, man. I get it. I don't remember, honestly, because it's been so long, but I think I was flirty back in the day. But I made it clear that I was just flirty with everyone. Not that I, like, did anything with it. Nor did no one, like, want anything from me from doing that. Yeah. I think I was just playful back then. Maybe not flirty, just playful. You can keep going, but we usually kind of end the romance or relationship segment with any advice?
Don't date lifeguards.
that was a pretty good one. I do like that one. I have not dated a lifeguard.
Good, thank God.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could, maybe. I don't have anything, like, to relate to them, honestly. Honestly, kids, like, the one that you dealt with is why, like, one of the reasons why I don't like kids. Like, I do like kids, but I also don't like kids, and that's the reason why I don't like kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like, little snotty kids. I hate it. Apparently, lifeguards also just, like, party all the time. I didn't know that.
All the time.
Is that the culture thing? Is that, like, a meme? Like a job meme?
That's all we did.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know if it's, like, a general lifeguard thing?
But the lifeguards I hung around with, we partied, like, every night.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're young, too, man. You never got hungover.
The body's still well.
Get, like, 4 hours of sleep, wake up, be in the sun all day the next day.
And then, I have questions now, I guess, because we're just kind of chatting. So you're tan, you know? Is that true?
Yeah.
And then how is the tanning? Is it just natural, or is it you actually go somewhere?
Yeah. I mean, I like, me personally, I feel weird if it's nice outside and I don't go outside for a little bit.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I like to go out on the patio. Like,
that's
bring
good.
Cats out there. Pretty funny. I have, like, a fenced-in patio.
Oh, very nice. Fancy.
I thought was weird, and but the cats just kind of hang out. It's really funny. Um, my mom gave me like a pot of grass, and they
Ooh.
just like hang out in it. It's really funny.
Aww, that's cute. Very
But
nice.
yeah, I don't like work outside every day, so I'm not like super dark. Like I would get dark to the point where like I looked like not white anymore.
Right.
And I still do get really tan, but no, not that tan anymore.
Okay, I was just curious. Because I know, I mean, I don't know much, but I know that a lot of people would tan to accentuate the muscles, you know? So I was wondering if that had anything to do with
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. No, I don't. My stepdad does that, but uh, no, I don't do that very often.
Like, do you know if your dad self tans, or is that what you're
My
telling me?
stepdad does.
Uh-huh.
My stepdad.
And then do you know how? Is it like a machine or is it like the bottle?
Yeah, he goes to like tanning salons, I think.
Wow. Have you ever done that?
He a couple times. I've only done it for like I've done it before a couple of vacations, like
Mm-hmm.
spring break vacations, where we're going to the uh like somewhere like really hot. I would do it like a couple times
And then, why?
to get a base tan. That's what I
Just so,
usually do it
just like
for.
appearance wise, just to get a good look, you know? It's a look for you.
Well, for like a spring break, you get like a base tan, and then you get like you get like tan quicker, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how that works, so that's very interesting to me.
I've always gotten really dark. My hair gets really blonde in the summer too.
Mm-hmm. I never really had to deal with tanning. I just deal with burning because I burn pretty easily, or my face at
Yeah,
least. It hurts a lot. That's good.
yeah.
So you just get tan, right? You don't get like burnt at all.
I do like that. Back when I was like outside all summer, like all day, every day, I would never get sunburn. I get sunburn occasionally now. Like I have to be more careful with sunscreen, but I
That's
don't
good.
usually burn.
We love sunscreen here.
Yeah.
It's a beauty hack. All right, I'm sorry. Did you have any questions for me? I feel like I just kept talking.
Not off the top of my head now.
It's all right. We'll probably talk again some other time. We'll collab again some other time.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Macho Go Savage. Everyone, please check out Macho. Anything you want to promote, Macho? Is there anything on your agenda right now that you want everyone to know?
Nothing really crazy. I do have big 3D plans coming up that are
Woo!
on my pinned tweet on my Twitter that are still being worked on. I know that video is really old, but it is
I did
nearing the
remember
finish
that.
line. What else? I have a collab on Thursday. Much it. I don't
What are you
think I
guys
have
gonna
anything.
do on the collab?
We're gonna play Deep Rock Galactic with the
Oh, all
Ichigo
right.
Inc.
Very cool, Macho. I was learning a lot from you because I feel like we are different in a lot of ways, and it's very fun to hear your perspective on a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm not the typical VTuber
You
nerd.
aren't. You're so unique. Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I kind of hated it being here. I never wanted. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
Jesus.
no, it was fun. No, I
Okay,
liked it.
I'm
You're
glad.
good at podcasting.
I hope so. Thank you. Really do appreciate you being here. It was a good time. We learned a lot. We learned about lifeguards. We learned about Macho's relationships, which is pretty crazy. You date a lot of coworkers, which I can't relate. I I don't
Yeah,
know if I could date a
don't do that.
coworker. I don't think I could.
Learn
Like,
from me.
yeah, maybe if I was younger, yeah, but like, not anymore. But we end podcasts with a little funny thing. We say, love yourself, love me, sending you off with the love beam. I think it's actually might be better if like my guest say it, because we always try to do it in unison and it doesn't really work. It doesn't sound very good when we
Okay.
try to do it in unison. So maybe we should just end it with you saying it.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Ready?
Ready? All right. Love me, love myself, sending you off with a love beam. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank Thank you again, Macho. Have a great rest of your day, night, everyone. Thank you for being here. Goodbye, everyone.